So today we're starting class 2. I'm the dietitian Michael. We'll have our interpreter here, so we'll do one sentence and we interpret one sentence. Today class 2, let's get started.
So, mari kita memulai pelajaran kali ini adalah kelas kedua dari minggu kemarin.
So here's the outline for today's class. We'll be going through the nutrition labels that we mentioned last time. We'll talk about how to select the low sugar, low sodium food from market or supermarket, and then we'll talk about the recipe of today. Okay, so we have 3 steps to read the label. First one is read the label itself. Second one, we want to know how much I'm eating. The third one is we make a better choice. So step number 1, we want to know about the amount they are implying in the food in the label. First one, we have the per 100 grams or ml. That's the basic standard for us to compare.
Miligram ataupun dalam gram.
Next one, we have per serving. So per serving is a thing that's set by the food manufacturer. So let's say I have a whole packet of, let's say, potato chips. They can say that the per serving is half a pack or maybe a 1/3 pack. But we usually finish a whole pack of potato chips, right? So you need to be careful when they're writing per serving on the label.
Penyajiannya ditulis per serving, jadi kita harus lihat kembali dari label yang tertulis tersebut.
Okay, and the last one we have per package. Per package means the food that we usually finish the whole package without separating. So let's say a carton of milk or let's say a bottle of soft drinks, they will present that in a per package. Okay, so next do some recap. So sodium. Remember last time we mentioned that the daily maximum intake of sodium per person is about 1 teaspoon, so that's 2000 mg, right? And today I'm going to teach you how to read from the label to search for low sodium food.
Kita terapkan untuk kebutuhan kita setiap hari.
And for sugar, 10 cubes is the maximum daily intake, and that's equal to 10 teaspoons or let's say 50 grams of sugar. So we're aiming at maximum 50.
Kita disarankan untuk mengonsumsi tidak melebihi dari standar yang tertulis.
Okay, another recap why we want to reduce this too. For sodium, if we have high sodium intake, it kind of develop hypertension and heart disease. So that's the consequences. And for sugar, it's related to obesity and overweight. So these two are like, they help people develop a lot of disease that we don't want, like non-communicable disease. So we want to reduce all those for healthier benefit.
Fungsi dari organ dalam tubuh kita.
Okay, so next, how can we reduce the sugar we're having? Easy. We choose another brand with less sugar content in the label. Okay, so next move to sodium will be more difficult. So we have canned sardine. Okay, so in that canned sardine it said that the per serving is 55 grams. And then the sodium content in that serving is 320 milligrams. But actually the can itself is about 110 grams. So the per serving is actually half a can. And I finished the whole can of that sardine, which means that my sodium intake will be 640 from that kind of sardine.
Secara penyajiannya yang tertulis secara penyajian ya per serving.
Okay, so here's 2 tips for you go to supermarket to search for food. First one is we want to buy fresh product, or we mentioned last time refrigerated or frozen product instead of the preserved product. Okay, second one is easy. Read the label. This is the main purpose of today's class, teaching you and then encouraging you to read the label to do the comparison.
Labelnya ya, jadi kita harus lebih berhati-hati lagi.
Okay, next one, we'll be doing fast. So we have 2 comparison here. We got E and F. And then first of all, we read the serving size or the gram. So they are both 200 grams, which means they can be compared directly to each other. Next one, go to the sodium. 940, 620, easy. We choose F for the less sodium, better choice. So again, tips to lower the sugar. We will be reading the label. This is more important when we talk about sugar because it's an easy comparison. You can see the numbers on the label and you can choose the numbers of food with less sugar. Remember the 5 grams per 100 grams. That's our standard.
Mengakibatkan sesuatu yang tidak kita butuhkan dalam tubuh kita.
When we want to reduce the salt and sugar, you can use a lot more pepper. So let's say white pepper, black pepper, lemon juice and like herbs to reduce the salt and sugar. And also, please don't use the canned soup as the sauce to cook the dish, because I know it's convenient, it's easy, but it will have a lot of sodium and sugar in that when you try using the canned soup to make the sauce. Make your own sauce from fresh tomato.
Untuk kebutuhan kita.
Okay, so this wrap up the class. Thank you everyone for today. To come to class 2, you will be going to the kitchen for making these 2 dishes yourself. Okay, thank you everyone.
唔該晒。
咁多位好啊！我就姓呂嘅，我叫做 Gary。
Chef Lloyd that will teach us to do the low sugar, low salt in daily intake, in daily consumptions, that we can practice it at home and which is so much healthier for us. So that let's begin. So the first of all, as we mentioned, that chef will fry the black sesame for the fragrance. First is for the fragrance, secondly is for the garnish of the food.
咁啊炒香佢啦，咁啊擠埋一二面備用 set aside for later。咁呢度咧，我哋就準備設製一啲配料。
Besides, we can start to cut the ingredients.
嗱，呢個就意大利青瓜 zucchini。
The next we're gonna plunge the lasagna to make it tender and soft. We'll boil for a little while.
可以俾少少油，就避免
So,
個 pasta 咧黏連。
while boiling it, the chef will put some salt so that the layer of this lasagna has the flavor in it. And while he put the oil, so it could help the layer of it will not be sticky together. A very good idea. Huh? Yeah, by using to plunge the lasagna, we don't have to throw the water.
我哋輕輕燙一燙嗰啲個車厘茄就 OK 啦。
So for the tomato, we just with a light knife to just cut it lightly, and then cut it into pieces. So we can just use some drops of oil. And the first time we fried the fine chopped onion while following with the garlic. Everybody hungry? Then we can put pepper. Yeah.
OK。呢個 mayonnaise 咧係低油嘅 ，low fat。
The chef will be using the low fat mayonnaise.
And this olive oil, balsamico, little bit sugar, some black pepper. 跟住俾啲黑芝麻。好，呢個簡單嘅菜式搞掂。嗱，將個蝦個背輕輕劏一劏。
So for the prawn and the shrimp, we just can cut lightly. Don't cut until it is become two parts. So now we're gonna season the prawn.
醃下啲蝦啦。
Shrimp or prawn?
Starch powder little bit, OK 啦。White pepper. Little bit white.
Onion.
嗱，因為呢個菜式咧，
So the first of all, before we cook the sauce, we need to blanch the tomato first, and so that it will help us easier to peel up the skin. Just make a cross on the top. So for blanching the tomato, it might take for 1 minute.
好，1分鐘得㗎啦。好，我哋先製咗個番茄汁先，少少油
，less oil。
little bit cornstarch. 想啲蝦爽口啲咧，就唔好 overcook， 啱啱熟咁啊，差唔多，好正。
So if you want the prawn or the shrimp will be tasty, chewy, so you don't have to cook until it is full cooked, yeah, only half cooked. That's enough, yeah, and don't mix too much. The more you mix too much, it will come out the sauce, right, and it will taste less.
Yeah.